Touhou 8 Imperishable Night. Wriggle Nightbug is a firefly yokai and has the ability to control insects. She really likes insects and hates pesticide or people that harm insects. In the fandom, many fans will draw her as a male because when she was first introduced, there was some confusion about her gender. Wriggle is sometimes portrayed as Yuka's lover. Mistia Lorelei is a night sparrow yokai, with the ability to confuse people with her singing. She is really fond of singing. In fact, she created a punk rock band called Choju Gigaku along with Kyoko. She runs a grilled eel stand. Grilled eel is rumored to help people see in the dark, and since she has the ability to inflict night blindness on people, she may use her ability to attract people to her stand. In the fandom, she is often portrayed as Yuyuko's food because it is implied that Yuyuko ate her during Touhou 8, although this was probably just a joke. Kamishirasawa Kiene is a were-haktaku. Haktaku is a cow, sheep, or lion-like yokai with horns. She was once human, but after a curse, she turns into a haktaku on the night of the full moon. As a human, she has the ability to eat history. As a haktaku, she has the ability to change history. She works as a history teacher and a guardian for the human village. She is good friends with Moko. In the fandom, she is often considered to have a crush on Moko. She is associated with the phrase caved, which refers to when she headbutts someone with her horns, or when she sexually assaults someone. These are not mutually exclusive events, by the way. Inabute is a rabbit yokai with the ability to give people good luck. She is the leader of the Earth Rabbits and loves pranks and schemes. She lives in Aente. In the fandom, she is often portrayed playing pranks on Reisen, but Tei always finds a way to avoid punishment for her actions. Well, almost always. Reisen Udongin Inaba is a rabbit from the moon. She has the ability to cause insanity and can manipulate electromagnetic waves. She used to be in the moon's military defense force and was owned by the Watatsuki sisters. She now lives in Aente. Despite her ability to cause insanity, Reisen is often seen as one of the sanest people in Gensokyo. Fans often depict her being the victim of Tei's pranks or Erin's medical experiments. Because her bullets look like suppositories, there are a lot of suppository jokes about her. It is even one of her nicknames. Yagokoro Erin is a Lunarian with a great deal of medical knowledge. She is famous on the moon but now lives on the Earth in exile. She is the only doctor in Gensokyo, and humans can go to her for help with medical conditions. She and Kaguya were responsible for the events of Touhou 8 when they created a fake moon to hide from the Lunarians, and I will explain that in another video. In the fandom, she is famous for her shady drugs. Horai-san Kaguya was a Lunarian princess, but she became immortal after consuming the Horai elixir that Erin made. She now lives on the Earth in exile. Both she and Erin are friends with the Watatsuki sisters who run the Moon Defense Force. Kaguya has the ability to control eternity. Fans often portray her as being a hikikomori that spends her time playing video games and never leaves the house. She also has a strong rivalry with Moko. Fujiwara no Moko is a human that became immortal after drinking the Horai elixir. She has the ability to manipulate fire. She lives in the bamboo forest of the lost and will guide people through it. Moko is friends with Kiene, but has a deep-seated rivalry with and hatred of Kaguya. Fans will often depict them as either enemies, lovers, or both at the same time. Touhou 9 Phantasmagoria of Flower View. Shamemaru Aya is a crow tengu with the ability to manipulate wind. She is a newspaper reporter and writes the Bunbun Maru Shimbun. The newspaper is not very popular and is known as sensationalistic and gossipy. Even among Tengu, she is one of the fastest. Only Aya and Shirno have received their own games, so in the fandom, since Aya got her own game immediately after the game in which she was introduced, there were rumors that she somehow bribed or blackmailed Zoom. Aya often takes pictures of the other characters at inconvenient times. Medicine Melancholy is a Tsukumogami of a doll, which is a type of yokai. She has the ability to manipulate poison and wants to overthrow humanity in order to free dolls from oppression. Medicine lives on the Nameless Hill and gets her power from the poisonous lilies on the hill. She is always seen with a doll, so there is speculation that the doll is her real body. In the fandom, the doll is called Su-san. She is often seen as friends with Yuka because of their mutual love of plants. Kazami Yuka is a yokai with the ability to manipulate flowers. She lives in the Garden of the Sun. In the fandom, she is considered to be the original user of the Master Spark. Other than Alice, Reimu, and Marissa, Yuka is the only other character that has escaped from the PC-98 era. Fans portray her as a powerful sadist that will destroy anyone that harms or insults her sunflower field. Onozuka Komachi is a Shinigami with the ability to manipulate distance. She is a ferry boat Shinigami and ferries the spirits of the dead across the Sanzu River. She is considered lazy because she is often seen slacking off, but many times she doesn't ferry certain spirits because they would not receive a good judgment from the Yama. That aside, she is probably still a slacker. Shikieki Yamazanadu is a Yama. Shikieki is her name and Yamazanadu is her job title. She has the ability to judge anything as good or evil. As the Yama for Gensokyo, she judges the spirits of the dead and either sends them to heaven, hell, or the netherworld. Because of her job, she has a habit of lecturing people. There were no new characters introduced in Touhou 9.5 Shoot the Bullet. Touhou 10 Mountain of Faith. Aki Minoriko and Aki Shizuha are a goddess of harvest and goddess of the autumn leaves. Minoriko has the ability to produce a bountiful harvest. Shizuha has the ability to make leaves change to their autumn colors. In the fandom, the Aki sisters are rarely referred to individually. They are notorious for being two of the least popular characters in the series. Kageyama Hina is a curse goddess. She is associated with the Hina doll, which is floated downriver to dispel misfortune. She has the ability to collect and manipulate misfortune. Hina has recently started to make disposable Hina dolls for people to perform Nagashibina, which is a ritual to dispel misfortune. Because of her ability to collect misfortune, those around her may experience misfortune. In the fandom, she is famous for spinning. She also has the infamous Hina face. Kawashiro Nitori is a kappa. Nitori has the ability to manipulate water. She carries a backpack filled with various tools and gadgets. She lives with the kappa in the Genbu Ravine on Yokai Mountain. Nitori is notorious for inventing amazing gadgets, and as a kappa, she loves cucumbers. Inubashiri Momiji is a wolf Tengu. She lives with the Tengu on Yokai Mountain and defends the mountain from intruders. Momiji often carries a large sword and shield. In the fandom, she is often a friend or co-worker of Aya. Sanae is a wind goddess. She is also a human, but over time she has collected enough faith to become a living god. She has the ability to cause miracles. Sanae used to live in the outside world as a human. She now serves Kaneko and Suiko and lives in the Moria Shrine on Yokai Mountain. In the fandom, she is often treated as Player 2 because she is very similar in appearance to Reimu. Everyone calls Sanae a good girl, especially when she is doing something bad. In Touhou 11, she says, "You can't let yourself be held back by common sense in Gensokyo, right?" So she is often depicted as having been made insane by Gensokyo. Yasaka Kaneko is a wind and rain goddess. She is the official head of the Moria Shrine. She provides services and blessings to her followers in exchange for faith. Kaneko stole faith from Reimu, which caused Touhou 10. She fed Utsuo the corpse of a Yatagarasu in order to use her to fuel a nuclear reactor, which caused the events of Touhou 11. This, in turn, caused the events of Touhou 12, which caused Touhou 13. In the fandom, her involvement in many incidents led to the phrase, "It's a Moria Shrine conspiracy." Moria Suiko is a mountain goddess with the ability to control Earth, and is the unofficial head of the Moria Shrine. She acts innocent, but she is a lot more sly than she looks. She wears a hat with eyes, and fans refer to this hat as Pionta. Some even consider it a living thing. Touhou 10.5 Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. Nagai Iku is an oarfish. As a messenger from the Dragon Palace in heaven, she warns people of earthquakes and other natural disasters, which her ability allows her to foresee. She is an acquaintance of Tenchi, though she doesn't approve of Tenchi's behavior. In one of her attacks, she makes a disco pose, so she is often associated with Saturday Night Fever, which in Iku's case is often accompanied by a lightning strike. Hinanai Tenchi is a celestial, though this is not a result of training. She has the ability to control keystones. This allows her to create earthquakes and manipulate Earth to some extent. She uses the Sword of Hiso, which has the ability to manifest people's natures as weather. She started the events of Touhou 10.5 when she destroyed the Hakurei Shrine with an earthquake and manifested people's emotions as weather. In the fandom, she is considered to be a masochist.